On this edition of Lexington Now, the Commission for Racial Justice and Equality, Housing Advocacy and Community Development, and Enhancing Neighborhoods. I'm Neil Noah. Welcome to Lexington Now for the week of February 21st, 2022. Out of the recent calls for social justice has come the Commission for Racial Justice and Equality, and Mayor Gorton has introduced the members of the commission.
Today is a new day, a day to look to the future, a day to talk about our city and its wonderful mix of cultures and languages, and most importantly, a day to pledge to work together to ensure everyone is welcome and everyone has the opportunity to succeed. Today, we are officially setting up the permanent Racial Justice and Equality Commission. Now, the city doesn't set up new permanent commissions very often. The message the establishment of this commission sends is very simple. We know we still have work to do to achieve racial justice and equality in our community, and we are in this for the long haul. Leading this effort will be Sam Mukes and Charlotte Turley, the commission co-chairs.
I want to thank the mayor for her confidence in me, first of all, to be on the commission, and then to have me to co-chair for this commission for the first year. I'm excited for our meeting that will follow this press conference so that I can learn more about the needs assessment that led to the creation of this commission, the overall objective and mission of the commission, and I'm equally excited to work with this group, many of whom I've worked with before, had as students, and gone to college with too, some of them, but I'm just excited. As I told the mayor, as a retired person, I'm kind of really possessive of my time. So, but I am excited because if I had any concerns, I would not have agreed to be on the commission. But I do thank her for her confidence in me. I look forward to working with Mrs. Turley and this committee.
I am really excited to serve in this leadership capacity, and if I can do anything to help enhance this wonderful city, just let me know. I'm just so thrilled to be part of this commission. Thank you.
Just a brief point of a few updates that we have worked on. Of course, we have now submitted this commission for approval to council as the permanent Racial Justice and Equality commission. We have added two civilians to the police review, disciplinary review board, and are now accepting nominations for that position. We are addressing health equity. One of the recommendations in the report from 2020 was to improve access to healthy food options here in Lexington. And so we have begun some community engagement sessions around how we will access healthy food options by exploring the idea of possibly a mobile grocery store. We have expanded programming at the Charles Young Center to now include group therapy for the youth who have experienced traumatic, violent events, and also working with community organizations, the courts, and other resource agencies to offer an expungement clinic. That information will be forthcoming, but that is one of the barriers that keeps individuals out of the workplace, out of housing, out of health equity, and out of education. The police have implemented the body camera policy that was one of the recommendations in the report. So all police officers are now required to wear body cameras, and the software has also been updated. And shortly, in May, we should have the minority business disparity study completed. So there's been a lot of work that has been going on in the background for the Racial Justice and Equality Commission and the recommendations that came from the report in 2020. And I look forward to working with this commission to continue to do the work.
The new Office of Housing Advocacy and Community Development has been set up, and Charlie Lanter has been appointed its first commissioner. We sat down to talk with Charlie about the new office's role in streamlining the operations of multiple divisions.
Obviously, this is a new office, entirely new commissioner position. We'll be combining as many of the housing offices together as possible, trying to get all of the city's divisions that deal with housing under one roof. So we'll have code enforcement, Office of Homelessness, affordable housing, historic preservation, community and resident services, all under one commissioner. This grew out of the recommendations from the Racial Justice and Equity Commission as a way of improving response times, improving transparency, and improving access for citizens to our various housing divisions, and hopefully growing out of that some new policy initiatives and some new programs that we think will create a better quality of life for individuals in our community. One of the things that appealed to me about this job was the newness of it. You know, the idea of sort of starting from scratch. And so even though you're adopting these legacy divisions of government that have been around for a long time, you're building something new, and so you're going to be looking for opportunities to, think differently, approach a problem differently. Just because we've always done it this way doesn't mean this is how we're going to do it going forward, and that's exciting to me with government. I've got some experience with that. I started the Office of Homelessness a number of years ago, and we were able to make some significant strides towards reducing homelessness in our community. And really all we did was what we're about to do here, bring everyone together, get all the players in the room, improve communication. And when you do that, the problems emerge, but the solutions emerge alongside of it. So hopefully we'll see that happen with housing as well. The first order of business, if you will, is to bring together these departments and improve collaboration, improve communication across the various divisions of government, so that you've got code enforcement talking with the housing rehab program, talking with the housing assistance programs, communicating with the people who are homeless or in search of housing. I think that's going to be step one, to identify how we can work together better and how that can translate into better outcomes for our citizens. What do we need to fix? What changes do we need to make? There are some significant challenges ahead for housing in our community. Rents are on the rise. Anyone who's looked at the housing market knows that the cost of housing in general is up significantly. We've got gentrification and the results of the legacies of redlining and racial injustice in our housing policy that we have to deal with. And these are massive, massive challenges that won't be sort of solved overnight. So the advantages of having every government division that can help with these issues together, working together, singing from the same songbook, if you will, that we'll be in a better position to grow out of that, the policy changes and the initiatives that will begin to address some of these challenges. Housing it touches everything. It touches every element of life. And for those who've never been precariously housed or who've never struggled with where they're going to live or having safe, affordable, quality housing, it's easy for us to take that for granted, but housing, it affects your health, it affects your education, it affects your children's educational levels. There's all kinds of research that ties those together. It's an economic development issue. If we don't have affordable housing in our community, it makes it difficult to recruit employers and to retain employers. And so it really touches every facet of every citizen's life. Even if you're not the person in need of affordable housing, the fact that we have it or don't have it, it's going to affect you. And so I think that's why it's so important that we get this right, is because housing sounds simple enough, but it really does touch every aspect of our lives.
Enhancing neighborhoods when we come back. to Lexington Now. Lexington has a grant program designed to help neighborhoods and nonprofits enhance the many corridors leading into the city. Hillary Angelucci talks about how the program is structured.
The Neighborhood Enhancement Match Grant Program actually started in 2015, and it is designed to partner with neighborhoods and other community groups to enhance our corridors. And there's actually 31 corridors in Lexington that are eligible for the program. And it ranges for, you can do landscaping type projects, you can improve, the entryway to different neighborhoods. A wide variety of programs or projects have been approved over the years. It's a 2-for-1 match, so for every dollar that the Corridors Commission puts into a project, the applicant has to match it with 50 cents. Neighborhoods have to actually do a lot of the legwork to be able to apply and also execute the program. So they come up with the idea, they have to get the project estimates, and make sure they get all the permits to execute the project and fit it in within that timeline. Typically about a year they have to finish the project. One of the actual first projects that was funded was the neighborhood entryway to Eastland Parkway neighborhood back in 2015. But we've also done historical markers. One for the Joyland neighborhood was the Joyland Amusement Park historical marker. And then also art installation type neighborhood entry projects, fencing and things like that. So we're actually standing right here visiting one of the project sites. The Corridors Commission partnered with the warehouse block to do this art installation that you can see here over by Walton Ave and Winchester Road. The Corridors Commission is looking for a few different kinds of projects that would improve the public or community space around a corridor, or could help improve an area through neighborhood cleanup, but also enhance the beauty of the corridors through a project that partners with a neighborhood. The application is open now, and you can apply up and through March 1st. Visit the website lexingtonky.gov/boards/corridors-commission. And when you visit that website, you'll find a little information about the grant program and some links to the program details that list everything you need to know about the program, as well as the application, which is an online application.
CPR is an important skill for anyone to learn, and one citizen was recognized for putting her training into action to save a life.
Whereas during the Thriller Parade in Lexington on October 24th, 2021, participant Sarah Katzenmeyer experienced a critically dangerous cardiac event. And whereas several crowd members started well-intentioned but incorrect actions to help, and whereas University of Kentucky student and UK healthcare employee Charlotte Callan, who happened to be a nearby spectator, stepped up to take control of the life-saving care by performing CPR chest compressions for nearly 10 minutes. And whereas doctors credit Charlotte's actions for helping save Sarah's life, and whereas February is American Heart Month, which serves as an opportunity to focus on the prevention of cardiovascular disease, and whereas Charlotte exhibited courage and a commitment to helping others, which exemplifies the spirit of Lexington. Now, therefore, I, Linda Gorton, Mayor of Lexington, in honor of her heroic actions, do hereby declare February 17th, 2022, Charlotte Callan Day in Lexington. Thank you so much. Thank you.
On the night of the Thriller Parade, I knew I could use my passion for medicine, my swift critical thinking, and acquired skills to give Sarah a fighting chance for survival. I did not anticipate having to take control of the situation by being assertive with others so I could perform this aid. I am proud I was able to take command in a hectic situation, to restore order in a fearful crowd while successfully delivering CPR to Sarah until EMS arrived.
How do you thank somebody who saved your life? I've been grappling with this since I woke up in the hospital. You feel thankful, you feel grateful, you feel humbled, you feel a little overwhelmed. And I did not rush to meet Charlotte face to face because it was so overwhelming. What do I say to this person who saved my life? At the Gill Heart Institute, they give you a grateful journal to keep after you go through this episode that I went through, and they ask you to write down 5 things you're grateful for every week. I've been writing the word Charlotte a lot, sometimes 5 times a week. My husband and son, thank you. My parents, thank you. I'm sorry they couldn't be here. My sister and my nephew, thank you. All my friends and family have asked me to thank you. I think there's a reason our paths have crossed. I don't know exactly what all those reasons might be yet, but I'm still trying to explore those. But Charlotte stepped up and saved me. And just knowing that, I know there's some reason we're connected. One thing we've agreed on is that we want to spread the word about CPR. Every citizen should learn CPR, period. Every citizen should learn CPR. There's a 5-minute YouTube that will hold you over until you can take one of these classes that have been mentioned. You should do that. It's most likely that you're going to save someone very close to you. This incident was different, but usually you're going to use it to save someone you love. As much as I love and appreciate the first responders and how many ambulances we have and the wonderful hospitals here, the single one data point that matters the most about recovery for an incident like I had in a community is how many people know CPR. Think about that. How many people know CPR around you is a higher data point of recovery than anything else we can spend our money on. So everyone needs to learn CPR. And I'm going to wrap it up and just say, Charlotte, I am still trying to come up with a way to let you know what this means to me. I'll let you know if I ever do.
It's a lighter week at City Hall due to the holiday, but there are still a few meetings we're bringing to you live here on Lex TV or streaming online. And remember, for the most accurate and up-to-date information on all city business, check out our website at lexingtonky.gov. Here's this week's meeting coverage. As always, we continue to keep you up to date on how the city is handling the pandemic via our official COVID-19 response site, including testing, vaccination, and booster sites. Simply click on the banner at the top of our homepage. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.